Hey folks, I was kind of excited to check this guitar out, and I'm a little bit disappointed. I'll tell you why, but first of all let me introduce what this is. This is a Zuwei, gosh, what's the damn model number? I had it in front of me a minute ago. Zuwei 335 style. And you know, lots of these guitars are coming out. There's tons of them, and you're probably thinking, well, why get one of those instead of one of the Fireflies, or one of the multiple other brands that are coming out. Still trying to find the model number on this. This is the Zuwei 335T, something like that. And these are on sale. The black ones are on sale for $179 on Amazon at the moment. So I grabbed one. They're normally like $229 through $39. Now that's for the plain black one. They do make these in a plain red, a sunburst, and then a blue flame, which is $100 more. And you're asking me, well, why get this? You can hear it's microphonic. Why get this? Well, because it has, unusual for a semi-hollow, it has push-pull. So for instance, on the top pickup, on the neck pickup, you have two push-pulls. So you can split either one, which you don't find too much on these guitars. I go onto the bridge pickup. So I thought that was kind of interesting and a unique kind of feature for this price range. I don't recall any of the other, whether the Firefly or the Best Buy or any of the other 335 models, the IYVs, having that feature. So I grabbed one since the prices were low. I think I got the last one, sorry. The red one's $219 right now if you want the red one. But anyway, these are made by Zuwei. There's the headstock on that. And I'll tell you another reason why I thought this might be a good deal. And it's not a terrible deal. It's just a little bit disappointing. First of all, you got the push-pull. There's coil splits, which is interesting. And then you've got Grover stamped tuners. And a lot of guitars this price don't have Grover tuners. I assume they're real. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to advertise on Amazon as Grover licensed tuners, I don't think. But yeah, it's made in China. It's all maple body. I think it's mahogany with maple top, mahogany neck, and then what's the fretboard material on this? Supposedly rosewood. Looks really light for rosewood. It might be rosewood. It looks a lot like Jatoba, but I'll take their word for it. And it's a sort of a nice 335 with those extra features. So I thought it might have something extra to offer over some of the other cheap ones. I think the Firefly red one is also on sale on Amazon for $179. So this was the same price, and maybe they put it to that price for a reason. That's in dollars, folks. Bad things about this: the setup is poor. The neck is slightly backbowed. The edges are really sharp. It'll need a proper setup. Also, the pick guard is very crudely cut. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty crudely cut. And the most annoying thing is the tone on the neck pickup works, but the tone on the bridge pickup doesn't. Same tone. Even if you pull the coil switch, tone's not wired in properly, or there's a short somewhere there. So it's got an electronic issue, which is annoying when you get it new out of the box. So I'm a little disappointed in it. Even though it has those two features, the coil splits and the Grover tuners, it doesn't really feel... it's not terrible and it's not a bad deal, but if you get a guitar with those issues, most people are going to return them. This neck is backbowed. It's buzzing in certain spots. The fret ends are really, really sharp. The action is actually too low. It needs to be corrected. The way the bridge is cut, sorry, the pick guard is cut is very crude. It's kind of sharp. The knobs are pretty poor. They sort of are fit on a slant. They don't fit flush to the arch top. So when you turn them, you see different gap at the bottom. The tones are interesting with the coil splits, and I do hear a difference. However, I'm not sure if it really gives you that much more over some of the other models. I'll take for granted that these are Grover tuners. I won't question them on that. The fit and finish is okay. The F-holes are bound. I can see some finish imperfections, particularly around the binding, where I can see the paint sometimes protrudes onto the binding of the guitar. It's just a little bit rough. Also, the corner of the horn is not smooth. Also, the binding has black bleeding onto it. So there's just some rough spots to it. I could deal with the cosmetic stuffs for $179. You know, that's not too bad. Having to, you know, pull this wiring harness out and solder, you know, the tone pot or find out whatever's wrong there, that's annoying. I don't think somebody should have to do that. So that's a bit of a disappointment. I think somebody could set this up and make a decent guitar out of it, but I think somebody who has a little bit of know-how would keep this. People who are not competent, or confident rather, in doing electronic work, you know, sorting out the short in the tone control, they're just going to return this. So it's a little bit annoying in that respect. This is like the third or fourth Zuwei I've got. Same company as Starshine. And I have to say, they're just not up to the level of IOIV and maybe even Firefly even. They could get there, but there's just some niggling issues with the guitars I've got. A lot of the guitars have neck issues. I don't know if they're stored in a really dry warehouse, but this one's backbowed. I had at least one other, possibly two that were backbowed. A couple needed some serious fretwork to get them set up. And, you know, a little bit more than you bargain for at these prices. I just think there are brands doing this a little bit better. I will keep my eye on Zuwei. However, I'm not blown away so far with the guitars I got, and I was hoping that this would be a different story. And again, I want to emphasize it's not terrible. It's not bad. You know, I could see somebody with some setup skills dialing this in and making a reasonable guitar of it. By the way, the strings feel pretty awful too. I could see somebody, you know, doing a reasonable job with this guitar. However, I was just hoping for it to be a little bit less problematic out the box. The other good thing to say about these, they are shipped in a the type of box where this fits in a polystyrene mold with a top on, which is a little bit better than a lot of guitars that come from Amazon. However, they don't include a gig bag. And I just don't know why you don't include a gig bag with a guitar like this. I just don't understand why companies they can get gig bags so cheap. They could ship this in the gig bag. But no, there's no gig bag with it. So, yeah, it's decent. It's okay. To somebody who can do the work, it's probably worth $179. To somebody who can't do the work, it isn't. So it's just kind of on the fence in that way. To be fair, a lot of their competitors, like the Best Buy 335, the Firefly 335, even the IYV 335. No, actually, that one I've not had a bad one off, but the others for sure. I've had similar setup issues, so it's not like I'm singling out Zuwei as being alone. I've had a couple of Fireflies that were bears to set up. I had a Best Buy once, a BC guitar that was horrible. So I'm not saying that this is any worse than some of the other budget models, it isn't. And it does have those extra features, but it's not without issues, and it does require some work, so I have to point that out. All right, folks, this is the Zuwei 335T, I believe. And it comes in black and red, 335L, and it comes in black, red, sunburst, and then there's a blue flame version that's a lot more. I think it's the same build, it's just that you get a flame top, or a flame veneer top. But anyway, just thought I'd show this. Interesting with the push-pull, the Grover tuners, but needs a lot of work. All right, folks, see you on the next one.